All right, folks. Dr. Anthony Criniti IV here, also known as Dr. Finance. You're on the Dr. Finance Live podcast. This is a special Mastermind Retreat edition, folks. Incredible. I mean, on the regular podcast, we've got people like Sharon Lechter and Brett Favre and all kinds of Hall of Fame speakers. But today, we are interviewing incredible attendees from the last retreat in Paradise Valley, Arizona, where we rented a $10 million mansion, a 5-acre estate. I brought the biggest names, some of the biggest names in the nonfiction writing world. For example, Mark Victor Hansen, Sharon Lechter, and Michelle Ester, who's with us today, was one of our attendees, our special attendees, who I appreciate so much. So welcome, Michelle Ester. How are you?
Hello, Dr. Finance. Hello, everybody. I'm awesome.
So I'm really happy about this particular interview because I know Michelle will be showing it off to all her friends and we'll be promoting this event. We'll be promoting herself. So I'm really, really excited about this interview. Michelle, did you have a great time at the retreat or what?
I did. I had a great time. You know, I'm still on cloud 9 after the retreat. It was really powerful, memorable. You know, I'm still in touch with the people that were there. It was nice and intimate. So we got to know everybody there. And we left all being close friends. So it was great. It was really, really amazing to meet you and to meet Mark and to meet Sharon Lechter and all the participants. You know, I learned something from everybody that was there.
Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, I know in the beginning we had like a punch list of goals. Did you achieve all your goals that you wanted to achieve with that retreat?
Well, what I intended with the retreat was to go there and to learn and also to share the lessons that I've learned in my life. And yes, I did achieve that. And also I just left space for whatever else to happen that would help me move to the next level in my life. And that was certainly reached. Mark wrote a book called Ask, and me learning to ask for help and to really share more about myself with others was definitely the lesson that I needed to take to get me to the next level.
That's incredible. And Michelle, if you don't mind, I'd just like to step back a moment. You want to tell everyone a little about yourself, maybe 30 seconds or so?
Sure. I'm a health and fitness enthusiast, certified life coach. You know, I've traveled the world. I've been in 6 continents, and I love anything having to do with wellness and also finance. I am a big proponent of finance. I'm an investor across many different fields. I have a fleet of Teslas that I rent out on Turo.
I wrote them.
Yes, you did. Yes, you wrote them. Yes. And I'm a big stock investor and multi-real estate owner.
Incredible. Thank you, Michelle. And Michelle and I, we also got to hang out in I went to Vegas for a little bit to meet some folks, and after the event, and we got to hang out with Jackson Crisp and his buddy also who they were vice president and president of the NFL Alumni Association of Vegas. So we were hanging out over there. So I appreciate you spending time as well after that. But what was some of the key moments of the retreat that really stood out to you? Some of the best things, obviously getting to meet Sharon and Mark and some of the other folks, but like what other moments really off the top of your head you think were just super cool?
It was super cool to just hear the stories that aren't in books, the stories in people's lives that don't get publicized, and learn the lessons from that, you know, from their experiences. That was one thing that really, really stood out for me, is the lessons in the stories of people's lives, you know, that they shared.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you touched that because we didn't really talk about that on any of the interviews so far. And folks, so we did like a 20-minute breakout for each person where we told stories or asked questions about, you know, that they might have had. And every person was different. Some people had more questions. Some people just wanted to tell a story. And there were a lot of moments, kind of like what Michelle's talking about here, that people had transformations, they had breakdowns, and we witnessed it. And there was some crying. Um, but at the end of the day, it was like the group would just gather together to help support that person, whoever was up on the chopping block. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That was very, very impactful.
Mhm.
Any other moments stand out?
Well, the fun that we had, we not only learned about ourselves and learned about others, and and the fun that we had. We went and on a hike, and we hiked up Camelback Mountain.
Oh yeah.
That was, yeah. So that was fun. So, and every part that the retreat had, we had amazing gourmet food. We had a chef. So all those casual moments were great.
Thank you, Michelle. By the way, I was curious, where are you? Like, you don't have to name the location, but like, is this your conference room?
No, this is my office.
Oh, this is your actual office.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I love the tile. Uh, yeah, so I build a lot of houses here in Philadelphia, and
Uh-huh.
I always appreciate the details on people's backgrounds, their homes and offices. So good
Yeah,
stuff.
this is where the magic happens. This is where I make it all happen.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, and Michelle has a Tesla business. I got to meet her partner while I was in Vegas, and one of the first things I remember when I met when I met you over there was you had said, "Hey, here's my Tesla." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." It's like, "And you want to drive it?" I'm like, "Not really." She's like, "Just try it." I'm like, "Okay." So I drove her Tesla a little bit around in Vegas, and yeah. So you've
We're
got,
alive.
yeah, and I'm still alive. We're alive. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Oh,
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Michelle. And last question: would you attend any of these retreats again? And if so,
oh,
how would you like
absolutely.
to improve it as well? Because I want to make sure I keep making it better.
Okay. Well, yes, I would definitely attend another mastermind retreat. I love those. I love mastermind retreats. I love putting myself in proximity with people that are smarter than me. Another thing that stood out for me with the mastermind is the way that everyone communicated. There were some master communicators there, like Mark, he's written over 300 books, and you being an author and professor and doctor. So I just love being around smart people. And these masterminds attract smart people with resources that are able to share. And in an environment of a mastermind, is to share resources. So yes, I would definitely attend another mastermind. Absolutely.
Thank you, Michelle. Any way we can make them a little bit better for you guys? Any way to improve it?
Um, for me, there was nothing to improve. It was imperfectly perfect.
That's a beautiful answer. I love that. Well, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Any last minute thoughts before we conclude out?
Well, I just want to thank you, Dr. Finance, for putting this on. It was something that I needed to take me to the next level. My intuition told me to attend, and I'm a big fan of yours. So it's great to be in the same room with you and learn more about you and everyone. Really, I took away something magical from everyone that was there. So thank you for putting us all together.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. And I just want to say real quick, I want to thank you publicly for believing in me. I know that this was kind of a crazy idea from the start. We got this retreat. I mean, everyone was like, "You're nuts. There's no way you can get two of the biggest name speakers like in the same event at the same time in this capacity." And for the first, especially for the first one. And we pulled it off, and you had believed in me, and I appreciate that. You took a chance, like you said, and so hopefully I can continue to serve and continue to deliver the incredible retreats to come in the future, and also thank you for being a member of our club and supporting in other ways too. So Michelle, you're awesome. And folks, you've been listening to, this is Dr. Anthony Criniti, also known as Dr. Finance, and you're watching the Dr. Finance, or listening, or Dr. Finance Live podcast. And here is the link below, drfinance.info, if you want to learn more. We're going to blast this out to YouTube, folks. Today, we're actually going to blast it out to 20 plus major podcast directories as well. Check it out there. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're interested, here's my books. The Necessity of Finance, the first book that I wrote over 10 years ago. The second book, which I gave out to all attendees for free, The Most Important Lessons in Economics. And then my last book, which is The Survival of the Richest. If you haven't got that far, always make sure you read them in order, 1, 2, 3, because the conclusions in that last book have been building up over a series of years. And that's my books, folks. If you want to learn about finance, you can start right there. And then also don't forget to check us out at the Clubhouse, where I met Michelle. She comes every Friday and watches and listens to, not watches, but listens to great guests. Like we got Jay Abraham coming tomorrow. This is the mentor to Tony Robbins. This is the mentor to Damon John. So many others, just incredible guests. Are you excited for tomorrow's event, Michelle?
Oh, yeah. Yes. You know, Jay Abraham is one of my mentors.
You traveled all over the world with Tony. Sorry to interrupt you. So this would be very special for you.
Yeah. I met Jay, and he's a great guy and amazing, skilled guy. So everybody's gonna love him, and he's a genius, you know, when it comes to marketing. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you. Well, thank you, Michelle, again. Appreciate you being here, folks. We'll see you on the next episode. Again, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, comment, and tell at least 10 friends. Tell 100 friends. We're building this thing. We're going to have a great movement. We've got a great movement here. We're going to keep going to help educate the world on financial literacy. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you.